I'm Matt Weiner. Shaquille O'Neal, his giant championship ring, both on hand.
Hall of Fame ring, get it right.
Sorry, Hall of Fame ring. Chris Webber right over here, and NHL analyst Charles Barkley. Good to have you with us.
I'm glad to be in the land. Thanks for having me. You know Ernie Johnson, you know that, right?
I know him, yeah.
Okay. But listen, this is gonna be a big night for the NBA, man. We need to get some competitive basketball. I'm really looking forward to this game, and I hope I'm not disappointed.
Let's start with the guy we just saw warming up here on the floor a few minutes ago. What needs to change for LeBron James tonight for the Cavaliers to win?
I just think he needs to keep doing a lot of the same. I think that he needs to be aggressive in the second half. I think he's averaging 10 points, so I think he just needs to be more of LeBron. He really can't depend on, or he can depend on his teammates, but right now it all has to start with him, whether it's attacking, whether it's in the mid-post, whether it's in the post area, getting a double team, but it just seems like he can continue doing a lot more of what he's doing. I can't see him changing anything, but still being aggressive, doing a lot more.
Well, a couple things. Number one, I do agree with C-Webb. I think he needs to be more aggressive in the post. Instead of trying to beat Kevin Durant off the dribble, make them have to double him in the post. That's one way. Also, he's got to take the challenge on the defensive end and try to slow down Kevin Durant. That's just him. But then the other guys, J.R. Smith is MIA, Sharpe is MIA, Kyle Korver's MIA.
Aaron Williams, Channing Frye, there's a long list.
But I'm saying those guys got to really shoot, because you're going to have to score 105 points to beat the Warriors. That's if you play good defense and they're not making a lot of shots. So it can't be just a big three. They got to get some points. Because if all those guys get 30, that's only 90 points. Those other guys got to show up.
You know, Cavaliers aren't normally a post-up team, Shaq, and LeBron James has only posted up twice through 2 games so far. Is Chuck right? Do they need to do more of that tonight?
Yes, he needs to do a lot. What C-Webb said, he needs to get into the post. But C-Webb and Barkley will understand what I'm about to say. Sometimes when you're the guy, you have to demand that the others play well. Chuck mentioned that those guys are missing. LeBron has to go in the locker room and say, listen, we come too far today. They're doubling me or they're not doubling me. We're not kicking out. Play aggressive and, play your game. The others for the Cavs have not played well. LeBron's been out there doing it himself. Kyrie's going to have to play spectacular. LeBron's going to have to play spectacular. Kevin Love's going to have to play spectacular. And the others are going to have to step up and play inspired basketball at home tonight. If not, they're going to be down 3-0 to a team that has a lot of weapons.
We saw LeBron visibly upset with J.R. Smith in Game 2. That's an interesting point behind the scenes, what he might say to his teammates. And in terms of Kyrie Irving, he's been okay. I mean, by Kyrie Irving standards, he's been okay so far. What does he need tonight?
Well, he needs to be a better Kyrie. I was talking to Chuck before the game, and Chuck had been saying this all year. I disagreed until now, and that's John Wall is a great player and the best in the East. And I think
best point guard.
The best point guard. And I think what Shaq said, a lot of players with great egos like LeBron, you're going to have to get on your other players, and you're going to have to let the other ones know, like, wait a minute, you trying to speak up and be this guy. You can't just be this guy all-star game. You can't just be this guy during the season. And so I think that Kyrie's going to have to look at himself in the mirror and say, I need to attack. Curry can't check me. Well, no one can check anyone in this league and say, I need to be on myself. I need to help LeBron. I need to help this team, as opposed to waiting and letting the game come to you.
And also, Kyrie has to take that challenge on the defensive end. Yeah. Like, Curry's going to get X amount of points, but you got to make him feel like he's been in a fist fight. And right now, they run up and down, kicking their legs in the air, high-fiving each other. They have not felt any resistance at all.
And Matt, you said something very interesting. You said Kyrie is okay. A lot of people look at Kyrie as a great player. In moments like this, you cannot be okay. You have to be spectacular, and you have to seize the moment. He's not doing that right now, but he's home. Superstars play well at home. The others play well at home. So, again, they got to come out and play some great, inspired basketball tonight, or else.
And the big fella, Tristan Thompson. I mean, I know we probably going to get there, but it's other guys that you make your living in this lane, not in any other lane, but this lane. And if you're not rebounding, if you're not getting extra possessions for your team, you can't score on the other end. I don't know why you making your presence valuable out there. So I think it's other guys to step up and fill their role.
His rebound percentage has been way down from the postseason so far. A lot of people felt like he was a difference maker in this series. Hasn't happened so far. For the Warriors, about half this roster knows full well that a 2-0 lead means very little given what happened last year. I know you guys want to comment on the T-shirt before I'm going to ask you this question.
What is that?
I don't know.
Listen, if you dress like that, you better bring that thunder.
30 and 20.
And first of all,
you dressing like that.
I've watched you guys and other analysts the last couple of days talk about last year. this is a totally different Warrior team. You can't hang your hat on what happened last year. We lost the first 2 games. It doesn't matter. This is a totally different animal. They're going to have to play a lot better to beat this Warriors team. They can't worry about what happened last year because Kevin Durant was not on that team last year.
Right.
So this is a totally, totally different animal. And the Cavs, they just got to play better, man, plain and simple.
Well, I was starting to ask about from the Warriors' point of view, this might be a little bit of an advantage that about half the roster went through blowing a 2-0 and then a 3-1 lead in the NBA Finals. Now with Kevin Durant on the roster, different animal, of course. What do they need to do tonight to take a 3-0 lead that nobody's ever overcome?
Well, listen, the Warriors going to do what they do. Like I said, you got to score a minimum of 105 points. I don't think you can hold them below 100. They just got too many weapons. You know, Kevin's going to get 30. Steph's going to get 30. Klay's going to get 20-ish. You know, Draymond's going to do what he does. The Cavs got to get some. The others, as Shaq always talk about, it just can't be the big 3. Those other guys been MIA. I mean, listen, Tristan Thompson, who's a hell of a player, he has done absolutely nothing. Shumpert, JR, same guys, Kyle Korver. I mean, you're going to have to score. You know, this ain't baseball where you can hold good pitch and stop good hitting. or in hockey where the goalie can have a shutout. The Warriors are going to score 100 points. Can the Cavs slow them down enough, or can the other guys step up and get them over 100?
What's the conversation for Golden State tonight pregame?
Draymond's the leader of that team. And I think he says, guys, you know, if we win this game, this is a championship game. Golden State wins this game, Chuck. I just feel that Draymond, and he said in that locker room, I think he's the one that's encouraging them to go.
What Steve is probably saying, and everybody knows it, who've been down 2-0, they got to weather the storm. This is a must-win. Cleveland going to come out with desperation.
Place is going to be nuts.
The place is going to be nuts. The first 5 minutes, the first quarter, because you know you want to be playing. Obviously, you don't want to be playing from behind because the Warriors have the best spurts in basketball history. Probably they can knock down 2 or 3 threes, and your lead can go from 6 to 12 quickly. So the first quarter to me is going to be really, really important because if they come out and get to a big lead, the Warriors do, this place is going to die, and this season's going to be over Friday night.
Well, what do you think? What's the conversation tonight for the Dubs?
Well, you know, they're just going to go out and do what they do. But I want to talk about the Cavs and what their mentality should be. My last finals that I appeared in, we were down 0-2. And when we got back home, Pat Riley said, you know what, they did what they were supposed to do. This is the only thing we need to think about. We need to think about one game at a time. Don't worry about if you're not playing well. Forget that. This is over. We're at home now. You know, go through your routines, eat your food, see your girlfriend, see your wives. We have to get one game at a time. So if they're thinking about how bad they play, if they're thinking about, hey, if we get down 0-3, they're not going to win. If they stay focused and just get one game at a time, then we have a series. But as you know, Charles, you know, C. Webb has mentioned, Golden State Warriors are going to do what they do, and yes, they have to weather the storm, and they have a lot of weapons. So Cavs are going to have to come out and punch them in the mouth and put their foot on the neck, and they're going to have to beat this team tonight because this team is too hot.
I'm sorry, Shaq. I checked out about 20 seconds in because I was distracted by the ring.
Yes, it's called bling bling, Matt. Diamonds. That's
It's the size of my head, this ring.
It got about as much brain power as your head, too.
Now, that was unnecessary.
Well,
that was just a shot.
Matt, stick up for yourself. Don't let him talk to you.
Why'd
like
you have
that.
to go there?
Because, you know, I love giving you a hard time.
I know you do.
I mean, listen, I'm so glad to be back, man. I've been sitting at home bored watching these.
You're watching hockey.
Man, I got 2 eyes. I can watch hockey and basketball
from Nashville.
They didn't play that night. They didn't play that night.
And Chuck, whatever you were drinking at the game, stay out because you was bobbing and weaving, Chuck. You was bobbing and weaving. Boy, that Patron must have got to you, Chuck.
All right.
Hey, listen, it was actually vodka, Shaq.